And first of all, just your initial thoughts about Coach Pry coming back home, in essence, to take over as head coach of Virginia Tech.
Well, I think it's a great hire. We know a lot about him. He knows a lot about us, and I think there's not going to be any surprises in this. I think he's from Virginia. He's from the state of Virginia. I think he understands Virginia Tech football and what it means to our fans and people, and appreciates that. And so, I think it's a great hire. The guy's made a lot of tough decisions at a very important university, high-ranking university, and he's paid his dues, and I think he's going to do a great job.
Take me back to the first time you ever met him, your first thoughts of him.
Well, he came on our staff as a graduate assistant and worked hard, and you could tell right away. I mean, he's from a football family, and I think that means something when you grow up that way and have an idea what it's all about. Always thought he was very smart, but he's very football smart. He understands the game, and some smart people, couldn't get out of a room sometimes, But he's a smart guy that understands football, and it all, it makes sense to him. The game makes sense to him, and so I think he's got it. I think he's got what it takes to be a great coach at this level and lead Virginia Tech to hopefully a lot of good wins.
Now, obviously, when he has his press conference coming up this Thursday, 9:00. Obviously, you had yours when you were brought in. Take me back some of the memories when you had your first press conference at Virginia Tech, and what do you hope to hear from Coach Pry when the time comes coming up on Thursday?
Well, I made one big mistake. I had all my family there, and I introduced all my family except my wife, and so I never let that happen again. But I was nervous. No, I think what his plan is, how he plans on recruiting for Virginia Tech. He was here when we had some good success, so I think he has got a format for it, for what he wants to do, and I think he's probably figured it out. When you're around it, I know my son just took a job, and I think he's prepared for it his whole life, and I'm so proud of how he's handled things. Well, I think Brent's the same way. I think he's prepared himself his whole life for this job that he's getting ready to take, being a head coach. And, I would bet he's got it figured out, and he knows exactly how he wants to handle it.
And your thoughts about him, keeping J.C. Price on the staff, basically as an associate head coach and also a defensive line coach?
Well, again, I think it's the right move. There's something special about Virginia Tech, and people that's gone here, been around here, been a part of it. I think they kind of get it. It means a lot to them for Virginia Tech to be successful, and so it's in JC's heart. I think he's done a nice job of his role here in the last few weeks. So I was very glad to see that too.
You covered, not covered, but you were a part of a lot of Virginia Tech games, part of the massive winning streak. Saturday, was that about as crazy as it ever got? The fact that Virginia Tech fans stormed UVA's field, planted a flag, and J.C. Price lighted up a big stogie, everybody drinking out of the cup.
Well, they enjoyed the win, and they should. They worked hard for it and put a lot into it, and I tell you, I think Virginia's doing a good job. I think their program's on the way up, and to beat them, takes effort, takes a lot of work. So I think they deserve to celebrate a great win.
Have you talked to Brent recently? Did you talk to him today, or have you talked to him recently?
No, I'm going to be at his press conference for sure, and I think, and I want him to know that anything I can do to help, give me a call. I'll be glad to help in any way I can. So,
When you look at the last few years, just from your perspective, how tough was it to see the program, maybe not, in some people's eyes, maybe not progress to where it probably needed to be?
yeah, I think that's in the past, and I think it's good coaches, and it's just tough to win. I mean, sometimes things don't work out. You can be a good coach or be good coaches, and the situations vary, and it's just tough to win. So, and I think we had good coaches. It didn't quite work out the way we would like for it to work out. So, but this is a new time. I think the excitement of looking ahead with Brent and the staff he's going to bring in here, JC and whoever else comes in, and I think it's time to get back out there and support them and get back to being consistent and winning and giving it great effort, and I think that's what's getting ready to happen.
Two more quick questions, Coach. One about your son, Shane. I mean, he's got them bowling as well. Just your thoughts overall the season Shane had as his first year as head coach.
Well, I think he's done a tremendous job. Again, I think he's prepared for it his whole life. He knew exactly how he wanted to handle it, and that's the way he's gone about business. I think quarterback is the toughest position on the field, and he's been through 3 of them. So that probably shows what a great coaching job he and the staff have done down there, that they continue to win to get bowl eligible and having gone through 3 quarterbacks. So, but they play hard. And I've told him, they don't play crazy. When you watch a team and there's not a lot of mistakes, people going the wrong way or fumbling at the wrong time or throwing interceptions or beating yourself, they play smart. And I think they've gotten as much out of the team as I think they've reached their potential. And I think anytime as a coach, you do that and you see your team do that, you got to be happy because, they've had a good year.
And my final question for you, Coach, looking at the college football coaching landscape today, your thoughts about, say, coaches, let's say Brian Kelly leaving Notre Dame to LSU, Lincoln Riley going from Oklahoma to USC. Just your thoughts about coaches leaving one Power 5 school and going to another Power 5 school.
I think, of course, Shane was with Lincoln Riley, and I know a little bit about Lincoln. And I think what drives people, there's a lot of money involved, but I don't think that's what really drives people. I think what drives people is when they see an opportunity that they think they can be an advantage to them. I know there's been several quarterbacks that's come from California out to the East Coast here in the last couple of years. And no one does quarterbacks better than Lincoln Riley. So I think he feels like that, there's quarterbacks out there that can help him win. The state of California is good for recruiting, and that Southern Cal's been down a little bit. It's a chance to bring a name brand back. And so I think that's what drives Lincoln Riley. Somebody asked me earlier today, was he concerned about the SEC? And I don't think that was it at all. I think he saw an opportunity that he thought was good for him and his family, and that they could bring a name brand back to being a name brand. So I think that's kind of what drove him.